C. Today our topic of second-year biology is homeostasis. Each organism of a species has assumed, in evolutionary history, a specific setup of internal environment at various levels of organization suitable to its surroundings, i.e. external environment. External environment and its components fluctuate continuously, however, the organism resists and manages these changes by making adjustments to keep its own internal fluctuations within a narrow range, thus protecting internal environment from the harms of the external fluctuations. The protection of internal environment from the harms of fluctuations in external environment is termed as homeostasis. The homeostasis keeps the internal fluctuations in a narrow range with various control systems compared to wider external fluctuations. Most susceptible components of internal environment that may be affected by fluctuations in external environments are water, solutes, and temperature. Also, the mechanism an organism has adapted to eliminate harmful nitrogenous wastes depends upon the availability of water. The mechanism of regulation, generally between organism and its environment, of solute and the gain and loss of water is osmoregulation. The mechanism which eliminates nitrogenous waste is referred as excretion, whereas maintenance of internal temperature within a tolerable range is designated as thermoregulation. Homeostasis is the central requirement in the maintenance of an organism, which compels the adaptations in the constant changing conditions and contribute in evolutionary process. Likewise, the control systems among intracellular and extracellular internal environment of an organism also at cell level keep fluctuating in narrow range in intracellular, within cell membrane, compared to in extracellular, vascular and other interstitial fluids, environment. Here, in addition to solute and water, various essential metabolites, hormones etc. are kept in a required range. Homeostasis does not mean to keep a fixed internal environment, as changes maintained within a specific range are necessary. They fluctuate tremendously for the organisms in the external environment from abundant supply to almost dry conditions. However, the quantity of water in the body, i.e. internal environment, may vary in response to abundant supply and dry condition, but in a narrow range. The control systems would not let the body flooded with water in abundant supply and also not to dehydrate in dry conditions. Furthermore, adaptation to lower level of range in dry conditions and to higher level of range in abundant supply of water is good for the organism to feel normal within internal of physical control system. It has three components: receptor, control center, and an effect. There is a sensor, thermometer, that monitors temperature change from a set point and signals to control center to take action by switching on heater or cooling units in response to drop or rise in the temperature compared to set point. Similar to it in living system, there is set point in temperature regulated, endothermic, animals. The receptors, sensor, detect temperature change, e.g. of increase and signal to control center for action of cooling systems and the vice versa. Detection of change and signaling for effectors response to control system is a feedback mechanism. In these processes there is an inverse effectors response to the change in external environment, as there is generally cooling effectors response to warmth sensing in external environment, thus are termed as negative feedback.